I don't want to take the chances of speaking and then people are dozing. Even though our meetings this time around have been so fantastic, all things work together in the sense that we are not having a stressful meeting. I have a long time to rest, long time to sleep, long time to relax. And if anybody is not making proper use of it and then engaging in unnecessary things that sap strength and put somebody into some stress, it's not my fault. It's not the fault of the meeting. It's the fault of the person. If he engages on unnecessary things. What I have is so important. We don't want to take chances, losing any speaking into the air. I told you that if I come back, we're going to conclude our meeting on Psalm 133. And the second portion of what we have done is very, very important, just like the first segment. I don't want it to be lost. So, we're going to come out here earlier than before because the teachings or the sermons that are lined up are so many. We will not be able to take all of them. I talked to you on what the Lord charged me with. He recently indicted me for playing to the gallery. And I will not miss that one. And I also told you of the fact of thorns and thistles around somebody's gold. And these are revelations. Thorns and thistles around somebody's gold, making the gold unacceptable. And I know that multitudes of people have thorns and thistles around their gold. They have gold, but they have the things that made the gold unacceptable. I'll not miss that one. And there are such teachings like Absalomic leaders in the Watchman. Absalomic leaders in the Watchman. And we have such teaching like ministering dry, DRY. Ministering, but you are dry. And now we have the topic that says, the noble walk turned ignoble. And then for every position, there are qualifications. And then we have this 7th, 8th one that says, manifesting authority that was not built. All these are revelatory pieces of messages. Pieces of message in the church. It's not every sermon that is revelatory. It's not every sermon that is revelatory. Some sermons are as a result of intelligence. the intelligence of the preacher. Some sermons are as a result of what the person learned in the Bible college. As a truth. And what you will be in church and ministry is dependent on what you know, what you are going to suffer, or what you're going to pass through and conquer is dependent on what you know. There are people who have lost their lives, but who shouldn't have lost their lives. I remember that particular day in Abuja that I was referring to, there was something that led to that condition I had. It was that I was considering, that the fire, the something is too much. And then in the bathroom, I said, Lord, I don't mind. Let me die. And then he said, you are dying now. Now die. And immediately I heard that voice of the Spirit. All my members changed. And I began now to shout, Lord, no, I don't want to die. I've not done the work. I don't want to die. But meanwhile, the damage has been done. Which means that I shouldn't have made that comment. Is anybody listening to me? I could have died. Since you choose to die, now die. Yeah. I know a man, he married my cousin. And he died because he said, I want to die. He had a surgery, appendicitis. No, not appendicitis, hernia. Hernia, is it a very big deal? He had a hernia operation at Mbudi here in the hospital. And then, after the operation, they stitched something. But a few days after, something opened up. The stitch broke. And when they announced it to him, he said, let me die. And he died. Became offended and said, I want to die. And he died. Was married to my cousin. But he could have said, no, this thing is a small thing. It will heal. Let them go back and then stitch it. And if he said that, they will go back and stitch it. So he chose to die because he was ignorant. He spoke ignorantly. So, when you read Bible, you must read Bible. You must see the mistakes the people made. And then you must not take chances. You must know what you should know. You must listen diligently and grab your lessons. Now, I read 2 scriptures, and then we pray and go. When we come tomorrow morning, we begin to deal with these matters. 2 scriptures. Hosea chapter 4. We all know the place very readily. Chapter 4 and verse. Let's read from verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, no mercy, no knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood. Therefore shall the land mourn as a consequence, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish with the beasts of the field and with the fowls of heaven. Yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. Yet let no man strive, nor reprove another. For thy people are as they that strive with the priest. Therefore shalt thou fall in the day, and the prophet also shall fall with thee in the night. And I will destroy thy mother. All this is because my people, because of lack of knowledge, all this destruction comes upon them because of lack of knowledge. That's what verse 6 says. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I'll also reject thee, that thou be no priest to me. Yeah. Don't reject knowledge. Don't reject truth. Don't be ignorant. Don't come to church, leader, and then hang on the wall of the building and you are sleeping while others are praying. What it is like is somebody went to school and then the lectures are going on or the lessons are going on in the secondary school or the university, as the case may be, and the person did not attend any class. And just hanging around and then trying to enjoy himself. And then at the end of the day, managing to get certificate without any knowledge. Let me tell you the testimony of what's his name? Carson, the neurosurgeon, black American neurosurgeon. What's his first name? Huh? All right, okay, Carson. Ben Carson. What is his testimony? His testimony is this, which he wrote in his book, Gifted Hands. He said that when he was in the medical school, he didn't attend many lectures. Not because he was not interested, but, some kind of youthful exuberance. But he would remember all that the mother was telling him when he was growing up and encouraging him and pumping information into his mind and saying that you could be somebody. You know that at that time, America, somebody, a black American, how they will look at him. I know a man, and he's a preacher. In fact, he was so rubbished. He said that his sons were asking him, why are we black? The preacher was saying it, and I was hearing. I was in the meeting. He said that he was so intimidated. Very tall. Why should I carry this color? Why are we treated this way? He was talking to a congregation of pastors, whites and blacks, and I was there. He said that what saved him was when he became a child of God. And then he knew that whether you be white or yellow or you are white like sun, I am higher than you because I have the Spirit of God. That's what he was saying. That's what saved him. That at a point he got so frustrated, and his children got so frustrated. So Carson said, but his mother had been talking to him. And then he began to remember what his mother talked to him. Remember, it was medical school. So, and then he braced up. I know what he said. He said, those people that went to lectures and made all the notes of the things that were copied. Now some of them were cigarette smokers. So Carson, now when they come, he will go and buy their lecture notes. That's what he said. We give them money and they will go and buy cigarette. And you collect all their lecture notes and eat all of them. Go and read the book. He didn't go to lecture, but now he collected the lecture notes of the people and give them money. Those ones that want to enjoy life. He gave them money and they will go and enjoy themselves and he will eat all the lecture notes. That is, study them hours. So you don't sit on the fence. What you will be and whether you are going to go to heaven and whether you are going to be hit and you stand. And they hit you again and you stand. It's dependent on what you know. You get me? Now, you cannot change the order. Let me show you the order. Can somebody read Exodus chapter 1? Exodus chapter 1 and verse 11.
Exodus chapter 1, verse 11. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses.
Go on.
But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew.
Okay, stop there. Now, Exodus chapter 3. The story of the calling of Moses. I said I wanted to show you the order, which you cannot change. You cannot change it. That is the order. Exodus chapter 3, read.
Exodus 3 from verse 1. Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian. And he led the flock to the backside of the desert and came to the mountain of God, even to Horeb. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of the bush. And he looked, and behold, and the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed.
Now stop. That is the order. The bush burned with fire, but the bush was not consumed. That is the church. That is the church. That is a picture of the church. Burned with fire, but was not consumed. Has not this Bible been burnt previously by people? Is it consumed? Is it not almost all the languages of this world? Has Christianity not been burnt with fire? Were there not apostles that were burnt? Now, is that Christianity today? Now, the order is that God will allow that the bush burns. That is the order. That is the picture of the church. The fire. So when you see, meanwhile, I know that we have, that the thing that happened to me set me back 20 years. So I'm just coming up to now begin ministry. That's why I told you I want to begin ministry at the age of 70. You begin ministry because as people are coming, when you become born again, then they need to tell you about how that you have come into something. On the one hand, you are wonderful, you are rejoicing, you are at peace. On another hand, you are in a war, you are in trouble. That